Hurricane session is expected to be worse than normal. bbcnews.com.
The season officially begins June 1st, but some meteorologists who have been tracking ocean and atmospheric dynamics over the past few months say conditions are ripe for storms. Hurricane season is still weeks away, but experts are already anticipating that this year could be more active than normal, a forecast that emergency officials may find troubling as much of the country remains in the grips of the coronavirus pandemic. The season officially begins June 1st, but some meteorologists who have been tracking ocean and atmospheric dynamics over the past few months say conditions are ripe for storms. "I'm sure nobody wants to hear this with everything else going on, but it's looking like it will be a relatively active season," said Phil Klotzbach, an atmospheric scientist at Colorado State University in Fort Collins. Klotzbach and his colleagues at Colorado State released a forecast in early April that predicts 16 named storms with winds of 39 miles per hour or higher. Of those, the researchers' models suggest 8 could become hurricanes, including 4 major hurricanes that reach Category 3 or higher. An average season has 12 named storms, 6 hurricanes and 3 major hurricanes, according to the National
Hurricane session is expected to be worse than normal. bbcnews.com.
Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which is expected to release its official hurricane season outlook later this month. There are 2 main factors that suggest this year's hurricane season could be busier than usual: warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean and low probabilities that a climate pattern known as El Niño will return. Researchers closely monitor conditions in the tropical and subtropical Atlantic because warm ocean temperatures provide some of the fuel for big storms. Warm ocean waters are one of the main ingredients for tropical cyclone development, which refers to both hurricane and lesser storms like tropical depressions and tropical storms, said Daniel Brulette, an atmospheric and climate scientist at Pennsylvania State University. The warmer those waters are, the more likely that tropical cyclones will develop, and also the stronger they may be if they do develop. Brulette was part of a team at Penn State that published a separate early hurricane season forecast April 21. Their models similarly predict an active season, with as many as 20 named storms estimated for the year. Both the Colorado State and the Penn State forecasts also found that El Niño conditions are unlikely to develop this year. That phenomenon, characterized by unusually warm water in the Pacific Ocean, influences climate patterns around the world and typically increases wind shear in the Atlantic, which can tear hurricanes apart and disrupt major storms as they are forming.
Hurricane session is expected to be worse than normal. bbcnews.com.